All right. Hello, Twyla. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
That's good. That's good. So, how's the weather there right now?
Very windy. You might be able to hear it.
No, I can't at the moment.
Good.
High winds.
Yes. What about
Okay.
you are?
Well, up there right now it's just rain and cloud. That's it, rain and cloud.
Is that why you look
Yeah,
so cool in your aviators?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I haven't really done much the last 2 weeks. I'm waiting to get approved for my unemployment checks. That's about it. I got my last paycheck though from my job today. And what's funny, so we get my last job, we had a 401k bonus every year, and I didn't know I was gonna get it, but I got it. I got it yesterday. Even though I got fired before 2 weeks before it was supposed to get deposited, I still got it.
Good.
Yeah, I know. It's funny because I remember a couple months ago I was saying to a few of my coworkers who I knew for a little bit. Honestly, I think it was like mid January when we were supposed to get it. We were supposed to get it in mid January. Um, Yeah, um, supposed to get it in mid-January, and we didn't, but I told my friend, well, my coworker, that if I was to get this bonus, if they fired me, I'd be okay with it. It'd be whatever. What's up, May? Hey, Twilla, do you have access to the public comments? You see them?
I can open the chat on my phone. It's tricky because I wasn't able to get it on my laptop, so I am having
Okay,
a phone,
that's
but
fine. Yeah.
I can see mine and yours going back and forth. I guess I don't have access
Well,
to it.
that's if you see that one, that is the public comment chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so that if you see that one with a bunch of yeah, yeah, you might have some people saying things, as I said, this is public chat. Um,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah,
no.
it'll be all right. Yeah. Um, don't take anything serious.
Oh, I
Um,
very
yeah,
well.
that's good. Okay, yeah.
They're just well, just chat GPTs and meat suits like me.
Yeah,
Nothing,
yeah.
nothing to be nervous about. However, I do like that you're wearing aviators because I just filmed a video yesterday and I was thinking to myself, man, I wish I could get away with wearing sunglasses to film because my eyeliner wasn't coming out right. I had redone it 2 or 3 times. What a stupid barrier to have to filming. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to. So I ended up filming without, and I liked how it turned out, but I don't know why I was tripping about it. But I guess it is okay to wear aviators when you're filming.
Uh,
I don't know where mine are.
well, when I wear these inside though for streams, sometimes usually around an hour or so, they hurt my eyes actually because I'm wearing them inside. That's the thing.
Mm,
Especially with this light. Usually I got so right here, because it's cloudy out. During the summertime, it's not a problem, but during like the winter months when I do streams like this, I got my kitchen light on and I have my overhead fan light on, so it looks lighter actually. But if I turn these both off, it would be dark. It'd be really dark. I'm not a big fan of the light.
me neither.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the light. But it's whatever. Hey, you got it looks like well, May. Well, I mean, her name's Twilla May.
Twyla.
Name's Twilla. Twyla. Sorry, Twyla. Yeah, Twyla.
It's okay.
Um,
Matt.
yeah. Well, my hey. Well, yeah. Well, May. My May. Don't ask me. Ask her. She's here. She can see everything. She can see the same comments. You can ask her. Don't ask me.
Why can't I see May?
You said you saw the back and forth comments, didn't you?
Yeah, but as I said, I just see you and me. Oh, I see. It's under
So no. So those were private comments. There's public comments.
comments versus chat. Got
Yeah,
it.
there's chat, then there's private chat, then there's comments.
And my apologies. Let me catch up here.
Yeah, so yeah, especially right now.
Oh, there's
Yeah, yeah,
May
there we go.
jokes. Stay riding Chevys. I like,
Yeah,
what's up to
yeah,
all
there.
the bots? Good. You'll have to let me
Hmm. Uh, um, oh, what happened there?
Well, I was trying to navigate on my cellular device and I didn't do it right.
No, that is
I
fine. Yeah.
ended up closing the whole thing. So I know not to.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
My apologies.
No, all good. As I said, super casual. Yeah,
Super casual.
super casual. We're doing casual today. It's Pound Cruise. You got Pound Cruise here, not Tom Cruise. You got Pound Cruise here.
Pound cruise. I better
You
not
got
my phone.
you got you got Pound Gun here. The
What's
auditioning for Pound Gun. Yeah.
oh, look at this ping pong. Good
Oh
morning,
yeah,
pong. Waking up from a little nap. Come say
yeah,
hi.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Good
I
girl.
would have. I think I mean, I would have a dog, but in a studio though this size, it wouldn't be good, even with a small dog.
Yeah, sometimes I admire people that make the ethical choice when it's just not a good living situation for an animal. So we go outside a lot, and yeah, I'm not in a little apartment anymore, thankfully. I was only in an apartment for a short time, but then
Yeah,
he dumped me, so now I'm not in that tiny little apartment anymore. Now we
yeah,
out here, and we've been going outside every single day. It's been really good.
no.
The jowls.
I had some streams. I have done bar streams. Um, I think I told you about her in our Discord, our first Discord call, named Cleo. Some people might bring up the name Cleo in these comments. Um, the bot asked you if you're Cleo's sister, which, by the way, the bot, she's not Cleo's sister.
I'm
She's
not.
not Cleo. No, no, she's not Cleo's sister.
We'll have to have Terry be like the mediator slash translator. Because
Yeah, I'll
I
be the moderator.
I'm just so scared of closing the whole dang thing again. It's
That's
very
fine.
on my phone.
Uh, she's not. No, I never said that explicitly, directly.
Wait, now I need to check the. Now it's getting juicy. Now I need.
She's not betrayed. She's not.
How do you know?
She says she can't do any other.
I got a little autistic girl's got to make a living somehow. Just kidding.
I mean, yeah. Cleo doesn't. Cleo watches my stuff. She tried to make Cleo wanted me to pay like $100 when she found out about my videos. When she knew I was filming her, she thought she knew I was filming her, but she didn't know it was going on YouTube for some reason, even though she saw
This one
many times. Can you repeat that?
is this one going on YouTube?
Yeah, it's going on YouTube. You okay with
Oh,
that?
if I don't blow it.
Uh, yeah, yeah. This
Yeah,
one's going on YouTube. Yeah, this one's going on YouTube. Yeah,
sweet. Hi
yeah.
YouTubes. Hi YouTubes from in the future. This is me from approximately a day or two ago, depending on
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Well,
Cleo, yeah, Cleo doesn't have a YouTube channel. May.
is it just gonna
Uh,
be you and I on the and ping pong, of course, but it's
so,
an I on the video thing? Gosh, I sound 80 years old. Why? Why? Technology.
um, I have someone who lives in the UK right now. It's around 9:40 there. He
Mm,
said he would watch it since it's a Friday and it's like 9:40 there. He said he'd come in. He said he would ask questions. Uh-oh. Well, we might have someone else.
uh-oh.
There's someone else who was supposed to come. Like, let
I
me
was
text him.
curious, I was curious kind of like what the vibe's gonna be, if it's gonna be just you and I, if people are gonna kind of pop in and out.
The thing about it is, I make plans and like, okay, yeah, like it would be at least, at least you and me, but then I make plans with other people, especially in this community. Sometimes people just kind of dash. Okay, this came up. I can't do this now. And
For today.
okay, yeah, it sucks.
But I know I just hate getting flaked out on. Like I hate it. Even when people, not saying them, but like if I plan something even as small as a phone call and like the other person, even if it's with a therapist, if it's with a friend and something like I don't know, I get all thrown off because I think of it so highly in my brain. I don't know. I'm like, "Oh, I have this thing to do at this time." And it's always always there. And so I will try my best not to do that to you. But I was very excited about today. I'll do everything in my power to be here.
yeah. Um, so I mean, yeah, I try to make plans as specific as that as well. But in this community, I've learned over time that's not going to be the case. Things aren't going to be black and white fixed for certainty. I try to be certain. I try to make things certain as possible when I do collaborations. I was supposed to do a collaboration right now with someone. I mentioned that to you earlier this week during our Discord chat. I'll be doing right now an IRL collaboration with someone here in the area. She told me, "Oh, not till summertime," and I was like, "Wait, what?" So you would be fine with like March this time of the year. Now it's been blown off now until summer, but yeah, things aren't certain in this community. This is how many plans you make. This is how many come through actually in reality.
What community is that?
This is this community.
But what is it? Because like the autistic community, at least yeah, the autistic people that I know, not very many, but we try to be pretty punctual.
I try to do that. That's exactly what I try to do, but then it
So
just doesn't work out.
are you talking about the autistic community or like do you have is it like a gaming community? What community is your community?
My community is like a rainbow.
Yeah.
There is no specific. If
Yeah.
if it was a category, it'd be other.
Okay. Okay.
It'd be other.
Yeah, I'm trying to find mine as well, but I was just yeah wondering more or less what again the vibe like what the because I've seen a few of your YouTube videos, but I haven't been on YouTube recently, and I know you commented on one of my videos. I think it was just like a week ago, a couple weeks ago, then we scheduled that call. But prior to that, I'd seen a couple comments, so I still have yet to watch the remainder of your videos and kind of feel it out a little bit more. But a fellow artist, I'm always down to have a conversation with the group of people that I can actually tolerate. So no, it's more the
Yeah.
other around. It seems like you guys can tolerate me a little bit better if it's like a fellow autistic person or, someone kind of, well, that's kind of
People here's what I will say. The community, my audience is like a gypsy caravan. We'll say that. It's like a gypsy caravan.
well,
Um,
my mouth like
quick moving, and yeah. Um, one thing that is appreciated. One thing that is appreciated is honesty with discretion. Honesty, a combination of honesty and discretion
got it.
for the terms of service
Yeah.
of YouTube.
Yeah.
Um, yes, honesty with discretion.
It'll be very different from our Discord call. Understood.
A little, no, it won't. No, not exactly. It'll be a little bit more discretion compared to our little Discord call.
Or was that
A little bit more, a
oh,
little bit more. Yeah.
night? Or what did I say? I said I tried to. I mean that. Yeah, it'll be quite the opposite to our Discord call. Because me and you were very relaxed on there, even just like profanity, etc. But over here, I'm trying to. I don't know. The freaking autism showing, man. I'm trying to let you know that I understood what you meant. Like, got it. Watch my mouth.
Well,
Because
even if it's
have
pre-recorded versus
I don't have a filter, and on my channel, I can jeopardize my monetization going away, but I want to be respectful of yours, so I'll watch what I'll say it eloquently.
Well, yeah, a lot of your I do know a lot of your content's pre-recorded, but keep in mind, I've never received a single strike on this channel, but and people have said, um,
I just want to be
you
respectful.
can,
I haven't received a,
yeah, yeah.
thankfully. I'm pretty careful, but I think all my videos have remained monetized as well. I kind of am still pretty careful about it, but I will be even more careful on your corner.
I still swear to God, that looks like Optimus Prime, the shirt you're wearing. I said it last time. It
I
looks like
know
Optimus Prime.
the colors, but yeah, it's Soundwave.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it looks like Optimus Prime.
Don't look at my sweatpants. These ones, you know what? I got these from Goodwill, and they're just like some Puma sweats. They look super grungy, but these are one of my favorite pairs because they're really thick, so they're warm on like windy days like today if I have to go outside. And yeah, super comfy too. I like the material because I'm really weird with textures and stuff. So forgive my grungy um, sweatpants, but I'm going out later and I'm gonna have to wear actual pants. So I'm trying to be comfy while I still can.
It's all right. Yeah, hey, everyone, we should all spam. We should tell Stonic 10 to come be a guest on here as well right now. Everyone should just spam Sonic 10 come in, Sonic 10 come in, Sonic 10 come in. Twilla, sorry, fuck.
Whatever, dude. Either
Twyla, sorry.
floats your boat.
You should hey, Twyla, tell Sonic 10, tell him this, tell him to get his ass in this call right now.
Get your ass in this call right now. What's his name?
Sonic,
Sonic
Sonic 10, Sonic 10.
10. Sonic 10. Get your ass in the chat, boy.
That's right.
Went out here.
Get your ass in this chat right now,
Went
Sonic.
out here. I got my there.
Oh,
We're
okay.
tripoding. We are also charging. Do you ever just I fucking love this dog. I just do.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you don't have any pets? No pets at all?
No, so as I said, well, I had a few years ago, I had a friend let me take care of their cat for a little bit, for a week. Everything went fine. It was just I got a photo. I got a photo actually with me of the cat. I took a photo with me and the cat.
Oh, he's gonna get it. we finna see him in the feline. Like I got powder on my shirt. It's not. I can't say that on here. It's not snow. I think it's face powder.
You can say piss shit, whatever you want. Just don't say racial slurs.
Okay, got it. Oh, hey.
I know.
Hey.
I know. Sorry, the reflection right there, but the light. But
I don't see it.
They're right there. You don't see it right there.
Oh,
Little cat.
I see it now. I see it now. I do.
Little cat right there.
Little cat at the bottom.
Yeah, little cat right there.
Ping pong goes what?
Yeah, little cat. It was a little cat. It was like
Big
a kid.
old.
No, not a big old cat. No.
Show and tell of the dog. / my lifeline. Working overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Working overtime. This poor little canine. No, she's got a good life. She eats steak. Mm-hmm. What's your diet like? Do you eat steak? I was just saying that.
I do eat steak.
Sometimes. Sounds good. I just had a boiga.
My diet revolves on variation, to be honest. A lot of people say that my diet, at least recently, they said it was bad. They say it didn't have enough protein in it. I don't agree with that. I get protein in my diet. I get protein.
The centenarians in Italy, the centenarians are the people that live above 100, and the highest concentrate, or one of the highest concentrations of them, is in Italy. And obviously that's like wine and pasta, pretty high carb, low protein, which is interesting because usually we're told the opposite, right? That in order to be like fit or whatever, we need to do low carb, or to be like healthy, and high protein, but it's really just, we all got to listen to our bodies. I didn't eat meat for about 15 years, and I kind of went back and forth between vegan and vegetarian. And then I just started eating meat a couple years ago when I was working out. I just couldn't get gains after a certain point. And yeah, now, especially when it's around like my time of the month or something, like I'll really be craving. Usually it's red meat, so I'll maybe have it once or twice a week. And I am right now. So we've got that blood moon tonight, boy. So I've had a couple servings of red meat lately, but afterwards I feel like I could do anything. No, seriously, I feel like I could run a marathon afterwards. So you got to listen to your body, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. For me, I try to watch red meat, well, dark meat specifically, because I have high blood pressure. Heart conditions run in my family, so
Yeah,
I try to stick to chicken, and I also try to stick to plant-based protein, such as mixed nuts, things like that as well.
such a
Specifically not cashews, because cashews tend to be higher on the fat side, so more like almonds, pecans. But yeah, I
good. Oh,
cashews, pistachios tend to be higher in fat, so I try to avoid those.
yeah. Yeah, nuts are good. Nuts are
You
definitely
got a fan here asking you,
a
are
fan.
you a natural red? Haley Cakes is asking you, are you a natural red?
Call them fans, okay? We gotta get that out of the way. We're friends here.
Yeah.
But my hair, no, I'm not a natural redhead. My hair is like light brown when I was younger. But I have freckles and I have very fair complexion, like the lightest shade of foundation and everything. So I've kind of found as I've gotten older that red hair hopefully makes me a little less washed out. Like maybe I hope that it makes me look like I'm supposed to be pale because I was an emo kid for a long time. And so for about 15 years, probably my hair was black. I just dyed it black over
Mm,
and over and over. And I wouldn't let my light roots come through. And I was just,
mm,
just that was like, but it was truly, this is going to sound so lame, but it really was like a die hard lifestyle. And still, I'm like that inside, but with my hair, I have fluctuated, but I was gonna say that when I was dyeing it black, people would make fun of me a lot. Like they would call me vampire and stuff, like people that I didn't even know. So like, yeah, people at school called me that as well, like teachers and stuff. Which in retrospect now I'm like, I don't know if they were laughing with me. I did, but now I know I have autism, so chances are they were laughing at me. But that's fine. But I've always kind of gotten made fun of for how pale I am. And then I
mm,
finally kind of put it together that stark contrast. However, I will say that Asian people, they always complimented me when I had the dark hair and the fair complexion. And that just proved to me that beauty really is subjective, and in other cultures, like it was so many compliments from Asian people. Just like, oh, I love your hair and your skin. Oh, your skin's so light. We love it. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of gotten me to love, the color of my skin a little bit more, which I had no problem with. But my mom always kind of went tanning. She always talked badly about herself for being pasty. And so I'm trying to own it. But yeah, that's why I have red hair now, or at least why I chose it. Um, but yeah, so now I'm a ginger, but not
yeah,
natural. I have
yeah.
little blonde body hairs all over. They're like little
Yeah, black's my favorite color. Black's my favorite color.
of hair or just in general.
Well, I guess hair and in general. Just overall, my favorite color is black.
Well, there you go.
I like black.
Mine's like emerald green or like forest green. I kind of alternate between the two. I like green.
You
But
like green?
what's going on? Let me check out the comments. Let me catch up here. 126. Give me a moment here.
Yeah, they're flying. We have 20 people watching right now.
Ooh.
We got 20 people watching.
Is there any other questions that I missed in here?
They're flying by.
The only question mark I see is BBC, Terry.
Well, there's one. That's not all.
BBC question mark? I must have.
No, yeah,
She has holes for sure. I'm sorry.
yeah. I don't.
I hope not.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe I won't go to the comments.
yeah. If you don't want to go, then you don't have to go.
Did you know that I don't know if I can say that on here. Yeah, I can. The incels are calling women holes.
Well, male incels would do that.
Word on
That's
this.
what male.
My best friend. Speaking of holes in the chat, the
Yeah,
and they're calling our axe wounds. Can you believe? So yeah, I'll tone back what I say, but like, dang, I hope we weren't talking about that. That's what it reminded me of, and I'm like, now I'm scarred because I don't know. I just like to stay in my little bubble. I'm like Patrick under his rock, and I don't like to go out of that. But sometimes when I am reminded about the horrors that exist, HORRORS, horrors that exist out there, I am just humbled, and I don't know. How do you do with stuff like that? Do you like to know what's going on in the world, or do you like to stay in your own little bubble?
I like to stay underneath my rock. I don't. I
I
don't. I don't care about all the bullshit. Like I didn't vote. I didn't vote this year. I've never voted or like I don't. Yeah, I don't keep up with any of the bullshit. I don't care for it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I feel like I have a full plate as it is, just worrying about feeding myself 3 meals a day and making sure I get all the places that I need to and, you know, take care of ping pong. Even sometimes I can barely keep up in that way. She's my first priority. So I always try to, but it's hard keeping up. So I don't feel so bad about unplugging sometimes. Like I dip back in and I try to see what's going on in the world when I feel like I can handle it. But I've been trying to have more self forgiveness and self compassion, kind of guarding myself, certain periods of my life when I know that I shouldn't be. And I just think about things way too intensely. Like I can't just lightly ponder something. I have to like every single aspect. So depending on the subject matter, I just have to be careful when I go in.
Exactly. That's very
Anyhow.
much true.
Enough about holes. Did you watch
Yeah.
when you were younger, Holes? I feel like I kind of look like that mean redhead at the end now. If I had some aviator. Oh, I do have aviators. They're out there.
Mhm. Sorry, I gotta send a message to someone who's just been gnawing on me. Jesus Christ.
Do you remember the
Um,
Shia LaBeouf movie?
which
Holes.
one?
Holes.
Holes? Yeah, but it's the Disney. It's based off the book. Yeah, I've seen it. Yes.
The redhead at the end. Well, not specifically at the end. She's in the whole movie, but.
Sigourney Weaver. I'm pretty sure it's Sigourney Weaver.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, no!
Yeah,
Why did
Sigourney
I
Weaver.
not put that? I'm an Alien fan. Like, so why did I not put together that that was her?
I
You
don't
just,
know.
oh my gosh. Good thing I'm sitting down. I need a drink. What planet have I been on this whole time? What? How did I never? The facial blindness from the autism, dude. I swear to God. I
I
swear to
don't
God.
know.
But as an
I have
Alien
no
fan,
idea.
I have watched Alien hundreds, if not thousands of times. Just the first one alone. And Aliens, the second one. Aliens 3 wasn't quite my thing. The ones that came out the last few years. I think that Romulus was good. Did you watch Romulus?
I did not like Romulus. The last Alien movie I watched was Alien. If I don't know if you remember in the late '90s, the one with Winona Ryder back there.
Oh,
She dyed her hair black in the late '90s. Went on that fad. She cut her hair really short. She was in. Do you remember that Alien movie that came out? It was like Alien Revolutions or something.
I think it's the third one, right?
No, no, it's after the third one. It was the one after the
Oh
third one.
yeah, Resurrection.
Resurrection. So she was in that. She was in that with
I
Sigourney
didn't
Weaver.
really like those ones. That's
You
wild.
didn't like it? You didn't like? That's my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah, it's my favorite one.
Like Alien and Aliens, the first two, and then I did like Romulus, but I think I liked it just because I was talking mad shit when I first saw the trailer, because I was like, oh, this is gonna stink. You know me, just freaking elitist, sci-fi elitist out here. For whatever reason, I need to humble myself. But then I ended up really liking it because I Reddit, man, too many Reddit threads of everybody saying, and I subscribed to it. I did. I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna suck because the cast is young and it's not the original cast, and they're gonna, but there were so many little nods to the original Alien from 79 in that movie. I think that well, I won't give any spoilers, but yeah, I better not go there, and I'd probably talk about it for 30 minutes. So we can change the subject, but that's funny because I didn't mind Romulus because I thought that Prometheus and Alien Covenant were both kind of cheesy. I watched them, and I've watched them multiple times because I just like, just like all the Alien movies really, but I thought the last one was better than I expected. So I did like it, but everybody has different. Do you like any other sci-fi? I don't know. We
Yeah,
didn't.
oh, hell yeah, I do. You
Oh,
know what Apple has? Apple has recently done a 4K version of certain movies. Guess what Apple remade into 4K? Point the fuck, I just forgot the name. Point the infinite
You're
fuck
like edging me right now.
fuck.
Like
What
what?
was I just forgot what it was called.
Just kidding. Oh, that's funny.
No, it was no, I got it. No, no, I got it. Give me a second.
You're all good. Yeah, I like the.
Yeah, no, I got it. So Apple, they redid a movie into 4K, and that is Event Horizon.
Oh my gosh, that horror movie
Yeah, I
one.
bought it. So
Did
my
you watch the
iPad,
original?
yeah, my iPad supports 4K. So
Did you
the
watch?
original from the late 90s. So I saw it on my iPad. Um, I bought it. It was like $10 on Apple TV, and it looks so good.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding now. I'm second guessing it. Do you mean it's like the same film but just
No.
4K, or is it like a
Yeah, it's the same movie, just
oh,
literally, yeah, resolution wise 4K. It
did
supports
you
4K.
do you like any of the other movies that came out around that time? I'm trying to think of which one I'm thinking of. Oh, Suspiria is the one that I was thinking of that's like kind of related on the same kind of. Did you watch
No,
Argento Suspiria? Because they made the original Suspiria, which was beautiful. It was so colorful, and then they made a remake of Suspiria that I think is on Prime now. But this remake is all like muted colors. It's interesting, like the difference in color palettes, but they were both, yeah, I enjoyed them both. So I'm into horror if you want to chit chat about that. Sci-fi. Um,
I
yeah.
liked Memento.
Oh, like
Memento was a good one.
a psychological thriller.
Psychological thriller. And then there was The
The
Machinist.
Rise. Dude,
Yeah,
that's
The Machinist with
oh
Kristen
the
Bale. No,
so good. It was
yeah.
kind of dark. I had to watch cartoons after that one. But The Machinist was not for before bed. But that one was a really great movie.
Hmm.
The Machinist.
A question for you: where are you from? From our audience, yes. Where are you from?
Well, I hail from, just kidding. I grew up in Washington State. So that's like for anyone not in the US, that's on the upper left hand corner of the United States, right up against Canada. And then I also spent some time in Oregon, which is right next to it. It's very green. There's a lot of trees, a lot of natural waterfalls. I really like hiking, camping, kayaking, stuff like that. I'm staying in the desert right now. I have some family here, but I want to get back to where I'm from. I'm trying to decide if I want to go back there or move somewhere else. I'm kind of trying to establish, well, see who in the world gives a shit about me, actually, because a lot of people can say that, but people's actions, especially in 2025, it's getting real. So, trying to figure out where I'm going to end up, but I'm originally from Washington. Washington.
Hmm.
People don't talk like that there. I don't know why I did that, but some
No, they
say
don't.
I've heard people say that though, or put it in the washer.
Yeah, it's not true.
You need some caffeine, buddy.
I can't take caffeine with the medication I'm on.
Technically, neither can I.
Wow.
No, but seriously, I am on Adderall, but yeah. I guess I can, but a lot of times it'll make you more anxious if you're feeling anxious. But luckily I'm feeling super chill today. I was excited for this.
Harry Mack has a question for you.
Hey,
Do you have Welsh heritage?
Welsh?
Welsh heritage,
That's
yes.
interesting. I don't think I do. I think I'm Ire- Ireland. There's definitely Ireland, and
Um,
I don't know. I've never really, my parents are dead. So I've never really asked them, like I kind of know, like my last name is like an MC last name, like Mick something or rather. I don't want to say it on here, but so I am
yeah,
very
don't do that. Yeah,
Irish,
perfect. Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, that's that's about it. That's all I know. That would explain why I'm translucent. No, but I did the first tattoos that I got were these little sparrows on my chest. And so
Yeah.
so generic, I know. I was a Tumblr girl, what can I say? But um I wanted them because you could see my veins really badly in my chest. Um well, until I got them. Like blue veins just all through, and I think my chest they were the most prominent. And I've been trying to get some sun in the last few years, but I do be pasty.
Me
But
too. I'm pretty pasty too. It's all right.
nothing wrong with that. It's just the color of our skin. That's just what happened. That's just, I don't know why people trip out about stuff like that, but
I
not in a
just
color
buy.
way. Because I do think that we have to be careful about not being colorblind. We need to acknowledge that race exists. But I think I was fortunate to grow up. I was born in the late 90s. And so I think I was fortunate to grow up kind of at the end of that era, the Pisces era, and kind of right at the start of Aquarius. And I'm not even super into astrology or anything like that, but there was certainly a shift. And yeah, I just feel very fortunate to grow up in a time that isn't so driven by outdated rules that we don't even know where they came from. Like my grandpas even, they've got some racism, even if it's just little jokes and stuff. So like some is still residual with them, and then my parents, my dad, I remember him making comments when I was really, really young and stuff. And like racism still exists. So I do feel fortunate that I am alive in a time where, luckily I didn't have to see all the horrible things that how it's influenced our culture. So I don't mean to be insensitive when I say, oh, it's just skin color, like no big deal. Why are people tripping out about it? That's not what I mean. But, people being, oh, I need to tan, or some people bleach their skin, but we all want what we don't have. And it's like, dude, it's our skin. Like it's an organ. It's
Yeah,
literally
that's right.
us together. Why are we silly, silly humans?
I know. It's like look at SpongeBob when he laid out in the sun too long. He became sun bleached. So that's like that. So technically, if you want to be technically, if we're going by like the SpongeBob definition of tan, being super white means you're just super tan.
There you go.
Technically, it's called being sun. It's called being sun bleached.
There you go.
Technically, yes, it's called being sun bleached. But hey, the last thing Will's talking about race, and I mean, I guess I'll say this. This won't violate any TOS, but I've always thought, why isn't there a White History Month in the United States? There should be a White History
I
Month.
don't deserve it. I don't think so. Because I think it's supposed to recognize an oppressed group of people. Like we're supposed to recognize, kind of like just honoring them. And especially as, I've had the discussion of like I've had to explain to different white people like why it's not okay for us to say the N word. And
Well, of course, yeah.
I'm not trying to compare it to that at all. I'm not trying to compare it to that at all. But I think that I'm just saying, like, in the same way of just like well, we don't get to, even if it wasn't us that, in history did those things, it is still technically, our ancestors. So now, it's not us taking responsibility for that stuff, like as people, like you or I obviously were not involved. I would never, be involved in anything like that. But, there's still, so now it's kind of, we don't do those things. Like we don't get a White History Month, and we don't get to say those things because now we have the power to acknowledge them, and now we have the power to respect them. And so, so that's at least my thought of like why we don't have stuff like that. Cause like I'm not I don't like hate white people, but like we're not the best, and like I don't know. So not to be so quick to be like we don't deserve it. But like
Yeah, but then if you want to talk about like Hispanic culture and everything, then Mexicans come from Portugal and Spain. So then, but then Spain is a part of Europe. So it's, Mexico is not its own ethnic group. So we're talking about Hispanics, but then how do we differentiate from Spaniards being Mexicans versus Mexicans being Spaniards?
isn't Spanish is from Spain. Mexicans or Hispanics are from Mexico, right?
You have the Mayans and the Aztecs, but the majority of native Mexicans were killed off by the Spanish flu. All it took was one sneeze.
Once
The Spanish flu killed off most of. Yeah, it was.
hmm.
There's not many like in terms of native like we're talking about like apocalypto like Mayans, like native Mexicans in terms of the native population.
Speaking
Uh,
of, didn't they think that we were going to be wiped out in like I think it was like 27
20 2012, yeah, the Mayan
2012
calendar.
first, and then it was 2017, and now supposedly, I mean, not the Mayan calendar, but something's supposed to go down next year. I think it's supposed to be 2026, at least like the planetary alignments and all that jazz. Again, I'm not super into it, but it's impossible to exist in the world, I feel like, and not hear about all of that stuff. So, but a lot of like astrologers and stuff like that are basically saying, like buckle up, like don't panic, it's going to be fine, but like things are going to change. So it's very imperative that we all figure out what we're about and what we believe in, because it's about to get even more convoluted. There's just so many people, and it's like we don't know who to look to. Do you feel like you trust yourself when you make decisions, or do you feel like you are one of the I used to be one of those people that I would call 3 or 4 people to tell, like, see what I should do when I had a big decision to make, and now I'm the opposite of that. But where do you fall?
Well, where I fall is going back to your point, living under a rock. For one, I don't try to get involved with politics. I don't. I am atheist. I'm atheist. I am politically speaking, I'm neutral. If I did vote for anyone, like it would be a third party. I believe in a third party system will soon collapse the two party system we have in the United States. It makes us stupid. I think having a two party system makes people retarded by definition. It because then you have basically two sides.
Mm-hmm.
Having a two party system, especially having a two party system, especially with our technology currently, makes
Mm.
people think stupid.
Ooh,
So, if anything, I would think a third party system with multiple different parties would be better. It wouldn't
it
people
just seems
extremely
so,
stupid.
they're both so extreme, it seems. I would agree with you that it really does seem like a mediator of some kind, or someone who would at least just in the middle of these two drastically different worlds. I think that, yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that. I don't think, just because, I've always known two, there's always two. So I don't know. Yeah, that's
Have
really
you seen some of my air fryer videos?
interesting.
My culinary skills.
What reminded we're talking about? What reminded you of that? But no, I haven't. Oh yeah,
Uh,
I saw the thumbnails of them, but yeah, I didn't watch them.
yeah, I tried doing for the first time ever. I tried doing spaghettios in the air fryer. Didn't turn out that great.
Why would I mean? What's the appeal of doing spaghettios in the air fryer?
Well, the thing is, you can't bake it. Obviously, it's spaghettios, so the key is you're supposed to nuke it in a microwave, but however, the key is in this case, you have to preheat it to a very high temperature, but you need to watch it like 5 minutes because if you don't watch it, it's gonna blow up in the air fryer. It will literally the amount of smoke building up in the aluminum foil will blow up.
Whole thing in there?
Yes,
Yes.
it's
Well,
possible.
like, dude, I don't know, man.
It's possible. It is possible to do it. It's just you need to do it a certain way. You need to do it a certain way. Like I made my first hash with SpaghettiOs earlier this week. It was southwestern style corn. Well, yeah, southwestern style corn. So basically, it contains red pepper slices, a little bit of carrots, with the SpaghettiOs. I will say one thing. I will say one thing. I did throw up 3 hours later in the toilet because of the heartburn, the sauce. It's like we're basically talking about like the cheapest grade
Uh-oh.
tomato sauce. Well, it's like the thing about eating SpaghettiOs is
Sucks.
it's cheap grade tomato sauce, so it causes really bad heartburn.
Yeah, I don't think I've had, no judgment, but I don't think I've had SpaghettiOs since elementary school.
Yeah, I had them for the first time this week. Never had them in my entire life. They
Why?
weren't that great.
Well, I've never thought of putting them in the air fryer. Usually I just do that like dino nuggies I put in the air fryer. But how long are we supposed to be chit-chatting?
And, realistically, I was thinking for at least like 90 minutes. I
Okay,
think we
because
can.
I don't want to go too long. I'm usually that girl talking too much where they're like trying to wrap it up,
No,
not
you're
getting the
fine.
hints that they're trying to wrap it up. And I'm like,
So
well,
we don't really, basically, for me personally, I like the podcast I was on. Like I used to be on with some of like Sonic 10, for example. I mentioned him. We would go for around like 3 hours. I'm not that kind of guy who's like in for 3 hours. Not that's too long for me. I'm like a 75-minute, like 90-minute guy. So
okay, yeah, I could
since
roll.
since, since 75, 90-minute guy. Yeah,
I
yeah.
might get kind of stimmy, but other than that, we good. Usually, like if I'm stimming and stuff, a lot of people will ask if I'm anxious. I'm not. I'm usually just like having a good time.
Yeah, yeah, she's well, Josh, yeah, Josh, she does stream. Well, she doesn't do live streams. Well, I don't know if you've ever done any live streams
It's
before.
my first one right
Well,
now.
yeah, so Josh, she does pre-recorded stuff. This is her first being on live stream, being on an actual live stream. This is
We
not,
live,
yeah.
bitches.
Yes, we are live. We are live. Um,
Just excited.
So yeah, Josh. Everyone. By the way, I should have said this already. Subscribe to Twyla's couch.
Well, they can check
Twyla's.
it out. They can check it out and see if they
Yeah,
want to subscribe. It's not for everyone. I'm a strong drink, but some people like that. So, yeah, you can check it out. But it's Twyla's Couch on
Twyla's couch.
YouTube,
Yes.
and it's a podcast. Technically, I'm not on Spotify or anything quite yet. I just started in September, so it's like a little baby podcast. But I've got a couple thousand subs, so I can't complain. I feel like I'm easing into it at a very reasonable rate. Like I get discouraged sometimes because a couple of my videos might flop, but then I'm reminded that how when someone like wins the lottery, uh, a lot of people that win the lottery end up getting depressed because they go bankrupt or like something, they blow all the money and then they're depressed because the contrast, and they're like, oh, because they got all this wealth and they didn't know what to do with it. So ultimately, so I I'm kind of thankful that it's been kind of more of a slow, steady climb. I mean, it took off way faster than I thought, but I will admit the last couple months I've been kind of going through a burnout and just like life circumstances, and I've been trying to focus on myself. But I kind of like plateaued, and then I was homeless and like I was asking for help on my channel, but people didn't like that very much. I guess it made them like kind of uncomfortable, and so then I lost 2 or 300 over the last, but yeah, so I'm not going to talk about that stuff anymore on my channel, but I tried to shoot my shot. I tried to ask for help, and it doesn't always pan out, but the fact of the matter is I did ask for help. So I'm proud of myself, and we got ourselves out of that situation. So now I'd love to, be filming a little bit more. I've been trying to at least put out a video a week. So, and I also have a Discord community, and that's Twyla's Couch as well. There's a link on my channel for that. Look at me sounding all official and shit. It's the links. It's the links. But yeah, so you can check those out if you would like, because I'm trying to form my own little family, because my family sucks. What's left of them, anyways. So sometimes we gotta, so anyone that kind of needs a family or wants to learn more about autism. I have level 2 autism, and yeah, I talk about abuse. I talk about, stuff from childhood and stuff like that, but I try to keep it light still. I just try to have those important conversations, So, yeah, check it out if you guys want.
It's good. It's very
Good,
good.
good. Twilla in the house, dude.
Yep,
Twilla,
Twyla. Yep, Twyla's.
that's Twilight. And that's
Twyla's
why I
cool.
was like Twilight. That's how people always seem to remember it. But it's funny because like when I tell people my name's Twyla, a lot of them say that I'm not the first Twyla they met, or like they'll be like, "Oh, I met one Twyla before, but it was like 30 years ago," or like something like that. So I don't know. I can't really tell how common of a name it is, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's all right. It's my first time. I've never heard someone with that name. First
no.
time. Yeah, first time hearing that name before.
I meet a lot of Terrys. I actually have a grandma named Terry.
Yeah. My
But you're
my first name. My first name isn't Terry. My Terry's my last name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do I know your first name or does the internet know?
Most people know my first name. I've been doxxed before, so I mean, but no, I'm not big enough to worry about getting like door dashes of like, Subway sandwiches filled with nothing but like sauce and like lettuce and things like that. Like, people who if you ever heard of people such as King Cobra, have you ever heard of King Cobra? Okay, King Cobra,
How?
he's a big advertiser for autism, and
Oh, just kidding.
he's obsessed with Ozzy Osbourne. Like he thinks one day he's gonna imaginarily one day end up owning like a clock tower mansion. He loves the color black and like he
Whatever works, I guess.
yeah, he's like super, I guess, kind of goth emo. He makes his own like rock metal music. He lives in his dad's trailer though. I don't think he's ever had a job, but yeah, I mean things.
All good, man.
It's a whole thing about. He's been on for a while. I guess there are some videos in this channel actually that are kind of inspired by King Cobra. The way I style some of my videos, like food hacks, things like that. I mean, I like his style, to be honest. I like it. It's pretty laid back, but also a good idea for drawing an audience. Um, it's just some of the, there would have been. Oh, well, I guess I'll say this: he had a pet lizard, like a dragon bearded lizard. He lives in the Midwest, and apparently it just vanished last year. What was this? Hey,
Sorry,
does
I'm not
anyone
smiling
in
because
chat?
of that. I'm smiling because of the chat. I'm catching up in the chat.
Does anyone remember last year? Anyone remember last what happened with King Cobra's lizard? What was it? What was its name? King Cobra's like dragon bearded lizard that disappeared. Um, Josh. Well, King Cobra's name was Josh, but in this case, Josh tried to say that it just disappeared. He woke up one night after like a drunken Puff. Yes, Puff. So he had a dragon bearded lizard named Puff who had to be in like
Like
its
Puff.
own like a puff, like a dragon bearded lizard. It had to be in its own like preservation because why was it the Midwest? It was like the upper Midwest is really cold, so basically it's not dragon bearded lizards can't survive in the Midwest, upper Midwest. Um,
Dragon bearded.
so one night it disappeared.
Love that.
Some people think that it might have actually escaped because he was really drunk one night and it just died outside.
Dad, lizard daddy, man.
A lot
Ooh.
of people think, yeah, a lot of people think that he probably was negligent.
Reptiles are tricky. I had a couple pythons and a boa, and they were pretty tricky. What's in the chat? Now I need to look. Stop it.
No, okay, listen, we all know what happened. Okay, so Josh, right? He tries to say that it just vanished, but we all know what probably happened was he left the door open and the cage was like the enclosure was open and it just walked outside and didn't realize the environment was, really cold and it probably just died. I mean,
What kind of group is this, Terry?
no, but it's his fault. But I mean, it's
That's
his
it.
fault.
What
Okay. But
exactly is
we all know this is his fault. But it's terrible. It's terrible what happened. But he tried. Okay, the thing is, he tries to cover it up. He says, "I don't know, you guys. What's up? King Cobra here, an update on Puff here. Puff hasn't come back home yet. It's like you know the episode of SpongeBob, right? Where Gary come home. Gary just kind of like goes away. And that's what SpongeBob I'm talking about.
Yes.
It's kind of like that, but instead Gary never comes home. Gary just stays away. But yeah, it's like kind of like Gary,
I mean,
but
like what
instead it's
you
Puff.
dragged me into in this community of people. People are saying that they're being very well behaved for me because I'm a lady. I mean, they didn't say that, but I'm it's alluded to. So, do you have a bunch? Do you have a circus here that I should know about?
No, this
Kind of
isn't a
brought your
circus.
little circus. Like, look, boys. look,
No, no, no,
look what I
no,
caught out in the wild.
no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Dude, Terry wants a
No,
slice of this autistic cake. Just kidding. No, but that comment we did. We went on a little date actually.
we did. Yes,
A
we did.
little. He did. He shot his shot in my comment section in one of my videos. He said, "Hey, would you like to schedule a virtual date?" And I said, "Hell yeah! Why wouldn't I?" And so we did, and now we're good friends. And
Hmm.
this was last week, and I declare it. We're good friends, Terry. Right? So, thank you all for being respectful. I am an adult. I'm almost 30, actually. But yes, I am a lady, and so thank you for not saying whatever the hell it is that you guys would say if I wasn't here. So thank you. Take it easy on me. Let me ease into it. Nah. I don't have a filter with my friends, but I am still trying to, be careful since it's not my podcast.
You can, as I said, it's okay. Just don't say the word. Don't like say the hard N word. You can get away with like the soft N word, but don't say the hard
No,
N
I
word.
wouldn't say either one. I don't think most people should.
Okay, I'm just saying
I'm
like
talking about, because like I don't know. But like my one of my main special interests with the autism is firearms, So like there's certain things that I can't say, for instance. There's also a lot of experiences that I've had from like plant teachers, if you will. And that those things make up who I am. Like those are huge aspects of who I am, but there are a lot of spaces that I can't talk about those things. So those are just a couple examples of like things that I would talk about on my channel, but we don't necessarily have to bring them over here because so I don't know. But I know how to use them. I got my first gun when I was 6. I
I
got my first
I
knife.
got kicked out of a preschool. I got kicked out of a preschool when because I kept on drawing pictures of guns. And my dad had to pick me up. My dad was like, I saw my teacher took the pictures and showed them to my dad, and then my dad looked at me and like, oh shit, and like, what did I do? He's like, what were you? I think he was like, what? I think the words along the lines were, what were you thinking? You can go back there anymore. And I was like, I don't know, dude. Like,
Realize there was anything bad with it. Like I would take things to school to show my friends. Like my dad just let me collect knives from a really young age. And so, I would want to take them to school and show my friends. And yeah, I didn't get that it was very like that was a threat. Like I didn't like of course my dad taught and my whole family, they taught me to be careful with those things. They taught me that those things were threatening, but taking them
mhm,
to school, I didn't realize that like kids weren't allowed to have access to those in most cases. But my dad, like, he always had deer hanging in the garage, and I would play with their organs because my dad was very much like he wanted to teach me, so yeah, there are just things like that that are my whole essence of who I am and where I came from. But I just have to kind of give the world the version that they can palate, I guess. So it's always kind of like this dance of like what I can share with people and what I can talk about myself, or like what I can talk about that I'm interested in. I really like true crime as well. Can't really talk about that. I have to be very roundabout even on my channel. You can't say certain words, but I have a lot of interests that are very inappropriate, I guess. And yeah, so I'm willing to be respectful and put those aside. We can just talk about Transformers and what were we just talking about? Freaking SpaghettiOs in the air fryer.
I mean, yeah, and then I got kicked out. I got a 3-day suspension when I was in second grade because I bought an airsoft gun to school. I just want to show my friends it. Then I got one of the damn parents called one of the damn parents.
Have you seen the airsoft ARs?
Yeah, I've seen those with a whole lot of BBs in them.
They're so fun. They really, really blow through it though. They really do.
Yeah, they hurt a lot though too.
Yeah, they do. Broken skin. I got hit in the butt, in the tailbone. I got hit in the tailbone. I was like this, right? I was like this, and I was crouching like this. Some guy comes up behind me, pop! Like I was bent over like that, and he got me right in the tailbone. I've gotten so many welts from airsoft and paintballs, dude. But it's fun. It's just it's really, yeah. I don't know. I like video games like that too. I don't know, but my favorite video game, at least the last few years, has been Doom Eternal. Like I played the shit out of that. Like I will play that game for like 15 hours at a time. It is. I have to be sick or something in order to justify that. But like if I can, bitch, I will. So we don't talk about that. What have you been playing? Do you play video games?
Right now the only games I play on my phone are like Temple Run.
Temple Run, help.
You know, when I saw the new King Kong movie that came out like 5 years ago, I thought that was actually a movie version of Temple Run.
Which one?
Like the King Kong movie that came out with Samuel L. Jackson, like the remake of Percy Jackson, like Peter Jackson's King Kong.
When did
And
it come out? Which one?
so there was like 2017, 2016 Peter Jackson. Well, no, well the remake of King Kong, the remake of King Kong with Samuel L. Jackson is like when they go to Skull Island again. But
With Jack,
yeah.
not Jack Black.
No. See, that's the one. That's the one directed by Peter Jackson.
I always cry during King Kongs.
No,
Now I know I'm autistic.
it's not the one. It's not the Harry Mack. It's not the one with Jack Black. It's no.
I just always thought I always felt so bad. I always felt so bad for the gorilla.
No, no.
Very sad. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't really play any current games. I really like retro games, like retro video games and stuff. So I really like old Game Boys, old DSs. I still have all of mine. I have a NES version of a Game Boy SP that I got the screen repaired, so now it's fully working. So that's cool. But yeah, I like firearms. I like retro video games. I like sci-fi. I like dogs. Where are like where do our interests overlap? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of areas, but we haven't even really. We've just been talking back and forth so far. Even in our private conversations, I mean, we don't even really know. Like, what would you say your top 3 interests are? Like your special interests for your autism?
I mean, I spent a lot of time working. I like working. To be honest, I like working. I like being on my feet.
Boo. Just kidding.
I mean, okay, I like working. I like being on my feet. To be honest, I don't have a problem. I like working and I like being on my feet to a certain extent. And like I mean, you work a job that requires a lot of time and you get acclimated to it. And so some people complain, oh, I'm only working 8 hours a day. I want more money. But then once they get to working like, hey, 11 hours a day, then they're complaining about, oh, this is too much. So I don't know. I don't know. People complain about one side, there's not enough money, but then people complain about the other side. This is too much work, and I'm pretty used to working long shifts and being on my feet to a certain extent a lot, and
I'm catching up with the chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the compliments about my live streaming abilities. Like I scrolled up earlier, like the TISM mentioned. So you got to be down with the TISM, dude. I've got level 2 autism actually. So it's funny because I was sitting there like arguing with the people with the freaking PhDs, trying not to get offended when they're telling me that I'm basically low functioning. And I'm like, because I thought that I was gonna walk out of there with a level 2. And then I was like, oh, like if Asperger's was still a thing, like would I have Asperger's? And they basically told me I'm not high functioning enough. And I was like, thank you. And I tried to not, yeah, take that. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I don't know if I would have Asperger's. And then people have told me, they didn't know me extremely well. They didn't know that I graduated second in my senior class and I used to tutor physics and everything. But they basically told me that I wasn't smart enough to have Asperger's. And dude, I have been humbled. Okay, so just fun fact, I'm actually a level 2 autistic person, and I also have ADHD. So I'm like an ADHD hybrid. I've got OCD, um, all that fun stuff. A lot of that, like the OCD, for instance, I feel like I've grown out of a lot of the really like, I don't want to say invasive, but just like very, yeah, very intrusive. There you go. Intrusive thoughts used to be when I was younger, a lot more like weird psychic abilities too, because of the autism. I don't know where that came from, the autism or the OCD. It all kind of seems like weird. But anywho, yeah. So a lot of them have gotten better. Um, but yeah, do you have any of the other overlap stuff with the autism?
So I was diagnosed when I was 2 years old. I got diagnosed pretty quick, but as I said, it was Asperger's. It wasn't. It was low. I've never heard of like autism being like the spectrum. I've never. This is my first time hearing about this.
Whoa,
Like
really?
levels. I don't know.
That's wild.
I don't know. I've heard like it sound. um, the little tiny bit is like Asperger's, and then the rest of it from there on is just autism. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's so I've heard that like the spectrum. I've heard people say that the spectrum is as wide as the universe, and
It's
one
very
person who's autistic is like it's their own little spot in the spectrum.
we're
Like
all like it's like the neurodivergent spectrum. So we all have a different blend of like autism to ADHD ratios and other overlaps, and OCD gives us certain personality traits as well. And so, but yeah, as far as the levels, very quickly, it's just basically the levels are support levels. So level 1 would be high functioning, which we're trying to get away from the functioning labels, but and then, so level 1's high functioning. So you might just need like a friend's help every once in a while. You might need your parents' help every once in a while. And level 2 is where I'm at. And textbook, that's needing assistance more than half of the time. And then level 3 autistics would be oftentimes they're nonverbal. Oftentimes they need assistance with, eating, going to the bathroom, things like that. So almost around the clock. So 1's high functioning, 2 is at least like 50% of the time you need help, and then 3 is help almost around the clock. So that's where the levels come in. And then, yeah, as you said, the other traits of autism, it's really, really hard because it is so, you know I think that's why a lot of us have kind of decided to maybe not tell everyone that we're autistic, because I
I
know
barely think. I
don't.
barely think about it.
I
I
like
I
I
barely think about it. Like
look
yeah.
autistic to people, and so that
No, yeah.
makes me not want to say it, just because I don't feel like giving people an autism 101 course every time autism slips out of my mouth, just like, well you can't be, or will you, well I can't see it. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's in my brain, you're not going to be able to see it. It's a neurological thing, that's what autism is. So to think that it has a specific look or can't look like this is, yeah, so we're coming a long way. But yeah, I am surprised, as that you didn't know about I think they've recently done the whole levels and everything, but I don't know. There's more important, or not important, but more interesting things to talk about. I just feel like I'm autismed out because I just found out about mine last year. So it's been like this super condensed, like reading all the books, listening to all the things. And now everybody thinks they're autistic anyway. So it's not even like I've just learned about it for myself, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions about it. I'm an open book, but I'm certainly not one of those people that just wants to talk about their autism all the time. It's just such a small, not a small part of who I am, Like it does influence everything pretty much. But as you said, you just don't really think about it too much because you've always been this way. I just found out about mine, like that it was actually autism, but nothing really changed in the way that I've always been this way. So I don't think about it that much. I just, yeah, certainly not my whole personality. I try to be careful not to be one of those. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So I barely think about it. For me personally, I don't go to a therapist. Therapy didn't really do much. I saw a shrink once a week when I on all the way up until I was like 18. Um, it didn't really do much. It didn't. It really didn't. It didn't do much. Like at the end of the day, if you consistently stick to like seeing someone, it will help at the moment you stop seeing like a consistent person, then it will just over time relatively quickly or more short stop. Any kind I don't know, people want to say things like, people want to say things like, why aren't you pursuing any kind of intimate relationship or anything? It's because I'm not interested. Not trying to at the moment. I'm just not trying. Um, I just like to work, make money, you know, kind of do like IRL trips, like go down to California with, you know, meth heads and just do stupid shit. Fly back up here and go to work and be like, oh, how was your vacation? Oh, it was good. I just chilled out. It's like, yeah, like it's like Mission Impossible shit. Just do whatever the hell you want. You know. Yeah. Oh man.
You tired or what?
No, I'm not tired. Just the
You're
sun.
falling asleep on me, and your little friends are saying that I'm talking too much. So,
No, 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 no. Listen, no, no. It's fine.
should we go? Should we wrap?
No, we're good. I'm good. No,
Well, then why
trust
is
me, I'm good.
being all rude in the chat?
I don't know why they're being rude.
Dude, take her shirt off. Dude, every time she says level 2, well, it seems like she really likes to talk about it. Like, screw you guys, honestly.
I'm
But if you would like to ask me any more questions, you can.
yeah, yes, I will. I will. How was your day?
It's good. I have a date
It's
later.
good. You have a date?
Yeah,
Okay.
this guy booked us Airbnb for a couple nights, but it's a little bit of a drive, so I'm gonna go have dinner with him.
Oh shit. Okay, that sounds really nice. Then.
Yeah, autistic girl gets it.
Okay.
No, I ain't gonna take my shirt off. I get paid for that these days.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, does your dog go with you
Yeah,
during?
service dog. She goes with me on those like little endeavors as well, because I don't know. I'm like I don't know. You could say I do like private entertaining. And yeah, the dog goes too. And the guys know that. I'm like, yeah, I have a service dog. That's cool, right? And they're like, well, what does she do when we're like, and I'm like, honestly, she just sleeps on the floor. But if the ones that aren't cool with her, I'm like, it's such a tell. If they're not cool with the dog, they're not gonna be down with the tism. It's like it's almost foolproof at this point. But yeah, so I take her on all my little adventures as well. But yeah, I've been going on little weekend staycations lately. But yeah, you can
I'm
get,
kind of jealous of you, to be honest. Like, I'm kind of jealous.
well, I mean,
I'm kind of jealous a little bit.
it's, I don't pay for them. I want to be careful what I say, but like, I, and it's no one like old and gross either. I don't think I've had to do this with a guy that was like over 40, 45 maybe. Like
Okay.
people are like, oh, you have to do this stuff with old guys to like pay your rent. And I'm like, well, first of all, and like some of them get a really big head, and some of them are like, yeah, well, you really should because I know the rest of the guys out here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bold of you to assume that I'm just messing with a bunch of old guys. Like, I don't have to. I could get the 30-year-olds and the 40-year-olds that, they're just doctors and lawyers and stuff like that. But the one, I don't know, the doctor that I was supposed to see,
Oh, damn, you're hitting the hype. Okay, then damn,
he ghosted me the day of the date.
Twilla's hitting the hype. Oh boy.
Hey.
Twilla, that's right. Twilla did get it. That's right, Twilla. Oh my god. She's
So,
got oh man. So what is it gonna be next episode? You gonna be wearing Gucci merchandise for next episode we're hearing about?
no, I don't wear name brands, especially on
You
the.
know wear Gucci? Okay.
I feel like if you have things that are really nice, I like the things that you can't tell that they're nice. Like I don't like the things with the big print, like the big Louis Vuitton print and the big Gucci logos. Because what are you trying to get thumped in the head or what? You know. But like I like a nice, nice sheets on the bed. I like a nice, well-made bag. I like a nice steak, like nice wine. But I don't like to, and I don't have parents or siblings, and my friends haven't been the best, partners haven't been the best. So the only people that are taking care of me right now are the ones that I'm, so like I said, little autistic girl's got to make a way for herself in the world. But I mean, don't give me any sympathy. I'm just taking one for the team over here or whatever. But we're going to keep it.
Taking one. Wait. Did you say taking one for the team?
Yeah, and I was gonna make a joke.
What?
Decide against it. I guess I'll
What
get
the?
pedicures and mimosas. Just I'll just take one for the team for these gross men. They're just no, but they're really. Some of them are actually really cool. So and it's sad for me to say a lot of them actually treat me like a human being, but I have really high standards. Like if they just treat me like a bimbo, I don't go. I won't do anything. So it's all about, so I don't have that many because I have really high standards, and just like I like to be treated a certain way, and they have to be down with the tism, they have to be down with the dog. And a lot of them, someone put it into perspective for me earlier this month. They said like basically those guys are the guys that couldn't get girls in high school, but then they grew up, and they got really good jobs and got rich, and now they're trying to date. They couldn't pull any bitches back in high school, so they still don't have like the relationship skills, even just of like watching your temper, I guess. So I get cussed out on a pretty regular basis. I've had to just grab my coat and my purse and leave dates. I've left when guys were cooking me food at their house. I've left in the middle of a restaurant, just like got my bag and walked out. And I think we need to normalize that in 2025. Just not about it. Just, yeah. But it ain't too bad, so don't pity me none. So my day's been pretty good, but gotta get ready for that. So that's why I have my hair curled and everything.
You're into like those Elon Musk kind of guys, then? Elon Musk kind of then?
I would.
Elon Musk? No, okay, like a younger version, of Elon, like a 10-year Elon Musk, but like 10 years younger.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I gotta hold out for the ones that might not be ballin'. Like they might be able to afford, this kind of relationship, but they might not be like ballin', because the guys that are ballin', they usually, they have some toxic traits. All of us do. I'm not trying to say it like I'm perfect or anything, but I mean like yeah, cussing me out, because I won't let them get it wet on the first, like get on the first date. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And then they cuss at me, and it's like, well, that no lady would do that. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by toxic, just like cussing at someone just for them, having a very reasonable boundary. So it comes with the territory. There are pros and cons, but I don't know. It's what we got to do right now.
So you try to avoid the guys who think you try to avoid the guys who
Like the Elon
like
Musk types.
okay. Like
All
the yuppie, the yuppies. We'll use the term yuppies.
yuppie.
Like the yuppies who think they're getting something their first night. Maybe as if that. I mean, if you like the word yuppie, you've ever heard.
I'm insulted when that happens because it's just they think it's going to be like a one-time thing, and it's not.
Okay.
So it's going to be like an ongoing, like I want relationships with these people, you know, like an ongoing, whether they're like business people, they might take trips, you know, at a specific location, you know, something consistent is all. So I don't know, but I think we should change the subject. I'm getting all
Yeah, I think we've gone on long enough.
so
I think we've gone on long enough on
hot
this
seat
subject.
over here. But yeah, I don't know. It's important to talk about though, kind of low key, because I didn't really, yeah, I feel like society kind of forces people to do things sometimes that we might not do if society was a little bit more supportive. You know, I've never thought of doing anything, you know, up in this category, not for any particular reason. I was just, but it's really efficient. It's very, very efficient. So ping pong doesn't mind. So yeah, we've been packing and stuff like that. But what are you gonna do for the weekend?
The I think tomorrow I'm gonna go to the mall tomorrow. I'm gonna
What do
go
you
to the mall.
what do you
What do
do?
I do at the mall? I'm gonna buy a new blanket, I think. Like I got like one from like the Scream movie. I'm gonna go to the food court. I'm gonna get lunch there. I'm gonna show up there kind of drunk though. I'm gonna show up there intoxicated, but not drunk to be arrested or anything for like public intoxication, but like just kind of chilling. Just like don't bother me, people. You see, I'm kind of drunk, but not drunk enough to be arrested. Just kind of like let me buy my shit, eat some food, and get out of here. I'll take a lift. Obviously, I don't drive while drunk. By the way, I don't drive while drunk. Do my little dance and shit. Take a little few shots, and
You guys
you
are the effing chat, dude. I can't.
like
Y'all, you need to put your friends on a leash. Just kidding.
as I said, I try to handle them. I do.
People say it's like a red flag when women are transactional, but like
No, I know. It's
let
a
those guys
part.
breathe the same air as me if it wasn't. Like you don't know who I'm effing with out there. You know what I mean? They're just like certain things can make up for other things. That's all.
Guys, okay, yeah, sorry if I just say something. You guys, I pinned her channel in the title. It's literally in the title of the channel. And I pinned it also in the description of the video. Her channel name is literally, if you click her name in blue, it is in the description of the video. Stop asking me these stupid bullshit questions. You guys are asking dumb fucking questions. So I'm getting pissed off now. The hat's coming off.
Ooh,
Feel
damn.
that damn. I throw that fucking
Ain't,
hat.
ain't drunk anymore. Watch out.
I am well now, angry drunk now. I'll slap.
Uh-oh.
I'll slap a dude now. I know you want to catch these two hands. No, I got death and tag. I got two dogs. Well, you got one dog right there, so you got three dogs actually. So sorry. Oh shit.
I got
Oh
my
fuck.
dog lock.
You got one dog, and then you got two dogs right there. So fuck. Oh shit. Okay. I think we did pretty good. This was a pretty good video.
Pretty good roast fest, dude. They roasted the shit out of me, but it's okay. I'm a tough lady. Your friends aren't very nice.
They don't mean anything. Trust me. As I said, they don't mean anything by it.
I know.
I'm not. By the way, I'm not a big fan into blocking people unless it's like absolutely
I don't either.
necessary.
Like, let them say what they're gonna say. I usually think it's funny, but yeah, you gotta put these babies on a leash. They'd be wild as hell, but it was still fun. It was still fun. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna
It
go,
has been.
have a little, just turn my brain off for a couple of days. I definitely need to. I've been filming and stuff the last couple of days. Didn't go how I was hoping. A couple of days ago, so I had to film all day yesterday as well. Finally uploaded. So, but yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for letting me ramble.
All right, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too. I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Oh shit. You guys, you little fucking motherfuckers. Swear to God. You guys are lucky that she you guys are lucky that she no, you guys are lucky that she's open-minded. She's not super sensitive. I ain't sleeping now, bitch. I told her about my air fryer cooking. Yeah, this was a good conversation with Twilla. Her channel name is in her channel name is in the description title and description of this video. Her channel name's in there. It's highlighted in blue. I don't care about weight. We talk prices. So no. Peace out, everyone. As I said, around 90 minutes, like 85, 90 minutes. That's fine with me. She has to get ready for what she's doing later. Peace out, everyone. Yeah. Peace out.